Well, to be too capital G here, it looks like the FNL list has been updated. A lot of people said that it could not come before YCS Chicago. Konami says, nope, we don't play by your rules. We play by our own rules. It's actually quite crazy because I haven't seen the list. It's crazy that Konami is, to me, it seems kind of like strategic with these BANLIST updates. It seems like they're putting them out before YCS's to generate a lot of hype and buzz, and I definitely want to check it out. I apologize for my late late timing with this video. My sleep schedule is all messed up, and I knew it could end up biting me in the butt, but I didn't think we were going to get a ban list until after the official release of Savage Strike. But hey, that's Konami, guys. So let's go ahead and check out our new list. I believe this is the EU page, and this is the North American page, so we'll go here. All right, we can see updated 125, so that was technically yesterday. I'm shooting this video at 3 in the morning, so you guys will probably see it around 7. Ban Fairy Tale Snow. Okay, Fairy Tale Snow and Grinder Golem. Fairy Tale Snow, this is interesting, right? I think I only saw one YouTuber actually call this. This was Blade Yugi. I watched this entire video, and he said, I think Konami is going to pull something out of left field. I think Konami is actually going to just ban Fairy Tale Snow, and you know, this is a card that I think really right now you can say that it got banned because of Thunder Dragons, but doesn't it seem like there's always a deck that can kind of abuse this card? And Thunder Dragons specifically, it kind of did something that it didn't usually do. Thunder Dragons, as you summoned it from your grave, it could banish your Thunder Dragon monsters as a cost, and it would actually trigger them. And the crazy thing about it is, and I learned this the hard way, even if you activated something like Called by the Grave, the Fairy Tale Snow could actually chain in the graveyard to that card, or DD Crow. So even if you're trying to get rid of the Fairy Tale Snow could actually dodge cards that stop it, which is actually quite disgusting. Not a hard once per turn. I wonder if Grass came back. I would probably say no, it didn't, because I think that Konami and the TCG just doesn't like Grass. There's a reason that Grass was, you know, banned in the TCG, but at 3 in the OCG. Grinder Golem also kind of felt like a little bit of a surprise to me. I get that, you know, it was used in like the Skull Dread, Spam.Dax, the, you know, Slash Draw FTK. I mean, I thought this card at 1 was perfectly fine. When it was at 3, I was calling for it to get banned, but that was just because we were seeing it so prevalently in the you know, in the metagame, especially in the OCG where they had Security Dragon. This card is absolutely absurd. There are a lot of decks, like even Spirals, that can get by without using their normal summon. They just have so many ways of special summoning, and like extenders of 1-for-1 and the Spiral Super Agent from the hand. I'm perfectly fine with both of these hits, to be honest. I think that they're both okay, so I think that this is good. This is shocking of a hit, Fairy Tale Snow, but I think that it's fine. I think that Konami like knew that they could, you know, end up releasing more turbo decks in the future, and Fairy Tale Snow was just going to keep causing more problems and more problems, and being that disruption during your opponent's turn plus triggering your Thunder Dragons, kind of nuts. All right, let's see. No fusion monsters are banned. Norton is still banned. Topologic Gumblar Dragon is banned. I feel like, all right, I'm gonna take the L on this one. I was almost ready to put out a video saying why Topologic Gumblar Dragon would not be banned. Oh my goodness, hold on. So Firewall, wait, not Firewall. So Summon Sorceress didn't get banned, but Gumblar Dragon did. Whoa, I got a problem with that. Like, I get it, Gumblar for 6 is what everybody says. I don't really feel like it was that big of a problem because I don't think any of the good decks in the meta actually use Gumblar Dragon. I guess now we'll really never find out. I think that Summon Sorceress was much more of a problem, though. I don't really understand. I felt like Summon Sorceress and Phoenix Blade were the cards that made Gumblar Dragon look broken. I guess Konami just kind of disagreed. I felt like Gumblar, to even use it once, it cost you 7 cards, and I was like, all right, well, the math kind of adds up there. You know, 9 cards if you, well, excuse me, 10 cards if you want to trigger Gumblar twice because you have to summon another monster, plus have 2 in your hand. I guess Konami disagreed. This to me feels like the Yu-Gi-Oh community got this card banned. I got overruled, which, I mean, it happens in Yu-Gi-Oh. When you're a tuber, you're not always going to be right. So I'll take the L on this one. I still think that it's absurd that Summon Sorceress didn't get banned instead of, you know, Topologic Gumblar Dragon, which I guess leaves the door open for Summon Sorceress and Needle Fiber to possibly be legal in the same format, because now Konami has seen Summon Sorceress for an extended period of time, and they've said that it's fine. So whenever we get Needle Fiber, we could have those 2 cards wreaking havoc together, which would not be very fun. All right, we got some new XCs. Let's see. RHONGO got banned, and number 42, Galaxy Tomahawk. All right, hold on. So with Galaxy Tomahawk, this is a card very similar to Lone Fire Blossom in my opinion. It's a broken card that I think a lot of people have just kind of forgotten about because like you do see it, and I think that it's kind of absurd the fact that it gives you 5 tokens, and you know the damage is irrelevant. Very similar to Soul Charge, doesn't matter turn 0, honestly doesn't matter because if your board gets so big, it's just GG no re. Plus I believe that this does actually lead into Rongo, number 42, and if Konami ever has any hope of unbanning any of the Dragon Rulers, like this is something that had to go. Level 7s are stupidly easy to get on the field, as decks like Mermill and other decks in the game that can do that very easily, so I feel like, and I did say before the end of the Reigns era, Galaxy Tomahawk would get banned. We've got Rongo. I actually thought that it was more likely, even though I didn't have RHONGO or GUMBLAR banned, I thought it was more likely that RHONGO would get banned than GUMBLAR Dragon because I thought RHONGO as a card was going to get better and better as time went on. And you can make an argument that RHONGO, even more than Shockmaster, Yatopic Zexal, and even something like Azathoth, RHONGO seems like it lets you play the least out of those cards. And I did say at one point, RHONGO was the most unfun card to play with, play against in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! Even though I thought the deck was really bad, because think about it. RHONGO stopped your ability to summon at all, and even when you set cards on the field, it really didn't matter because RHONGO would just nuke your board, and even if you had something that floated or something that could blow RHONGO up when it went to the graveyard, something like Artifact Sanctum, it was unaffected by everything. So it just meant, like, no matter what you put on the field, it was irrelevant, other than a deck like Chainburn that could just basically activate trap cards to stop attacks, things like Waboku. It really felt like it was kind of a situation where you couldn't play against it. You couldn't kaiju your opponent. Maybe if RHONGO didn't nuke your field, it would be okay because you could stall and you could kind of force your opponent to kill you at that point. But I feel like with that, with all of the effects, it was just too much. And RHONGO was honestly just going to get better and better as time went on. So Konami has to think about, you know, the future of Yu-Gi-Oh! And how cards are going to progress further on, you know, as they release new sets like Dark Neostorm and Rising Rampage and stuff like that. Looks like that might be it for the banned cards, and we're at spells. Okay, so I guess Divine Phoenix Blade did not get banned. Soul Charge! Soul Charge got banned! Holy moly. All right, well, this is a good ban, man. I thought that this was one of the cards that I thought Konami has just kind of ignored, much like Gem Knight Lapis Lazuli. I did have this on my ban list. I think everybody did at this point. Soul Charge, in my opinion, was the best card in 2014, and I think that it was still pretty much like the best card or one of the top 2 or 3 cards in all of Yu-Gi-Oh! In 2018, and you know, it didn't really make sense for us to have Monster Reborn, World Legacy Succession, and all these Monster Reborn clones, but then to have kind of the ultimate Monster Reborn. Like, didn't you think it was weird that decks like Thunder Dragons weren't running any of the Monster Reborn cards, but they were running Soul Charge because they were like, you know, fuck it, why summon 1 monster when we can just summon 5 monsters? I mean, really, just wrap your head around the math. Like, every deck that could run Soul Charge, every deck that loaded its graveyard up really fast was probably running the card because you can make these unbreakable boards and your opponent was not going to hit your life points for the rest of the duel. You got so much advantage out of it. 1 card, weaponize your life points, get you like 5 monsters potentially, get this card out of the game. Soul Charge is one of those cards where I really don't want it back in the game probably ever. Konami has given us more than enough Monster Reborns in, you know, the last few years that I think we don't need Soul Charge to come back like ever. I don't expect any traps to get banned. There's nothing that's even on my radar. Maybe, you know, we could see something come off the list. I don't really think we can see anything because it's not going to be like Vanities or Trap Dust Shoot. Trap Dust Shoot, people talked about, but I don't think Konami's ready to do it right now. Let's see. Okay, Chaos Emperor Dread. Cyberstein! Oh my god. Cyberstein. Dude, oh my goodness. I am having flashbacks to the GX era. Oh my god. I think this reminds me a lot of when when we saw Card Destruction get unbanned. Oh my goodness. You guys, if you didn't play during GX, I think you're not going to understand. Oh man, you guys need to watch my No Mas Yu-Gi-Oh! Story on Cyberstein, right? How fucking crazy this card was. Now keep in mind that was 2006, so that's like 13 years ago, but I still have flashbacks of people normal summoning this card, getting Cyber and Dragon, equipping that bitch with Megamorph, and basically GG no re. I think if you're playing a deck like Thunder Dragons, I kind of feel like you can play Cyberstein. You don't have, you don't really use your normal summon that much. You don't have Soul Charge to eat all your life points up, and you know, you can possibly get like a Cyber and Dragon, give you another win con or something like that, another Luxad card. You play a Lord Darkness. If your life points are under 5k, just banish it for a Lord Darkness. Chaos Emperor Dragon, That one is like whatever. We expected that one last ban list, I believe, because we got the errata some time ago for the promo from the jump promo. So that one is kind of whatever. I still think it's a powerful card, but you know, I thought about it, and you kind of compare it to like BLS and the fact that BLS is unlimited. So how can you really say that this card should stay banned? I feel like eventually Chaos Emperor Dragon will probably find its way to unlimited. I still think it's a little too absurd though. The fact that, you know, I guess it's kind of difficult to get a Light in the Dark in the grave without activating any other monster effects or any other effects for the rest of the turn, but it still can just nuke the board, which is just kind of insane. I think it still does the battle damage too. It's just the only thing that can be done. Dark Grepher is limited. Okay. To me, this kind of feels like they didn't want to hit Armageddonite. Like it kind of feels like one of those kind of hits to like the Dark Warrior engine and Phantom Knights and Rusty Bardique and all of that kind of wrapped into one. Konami doesn't want to ban Armageddon Knights, and they don't want to hit Malicious further. Excuse me. So it feels like they just kind of went after the next card. I wonder if maybe Allure Darkness could actually be on this list, or the beginning of the end, maybe limited status. That's the only thing I can think of with Dark Grepher, is that usually you'll see Dark Grepher in those kind of Dark Warrior decks, and a lot of these decks like Lunalights and Orcus and, you know, even Time Thieves, because they're all dark and they're level 4 and they're going to be in the mix. All of these decks are basically just feeding off Rusty Bardique. Whenever we get Wise Tricks, Raid Raptors will be added into that mix as well. These are good hits in my opinion, especially if they weren't going to ban Armageddon Knights. Keeping Armageddon Knight at 3 in the OCG was fucking absurd, in my opinion. What else got banned? Shurit! Shurit got banned, unbanned. Shurit, Strategist of the Necrons. This is, oh my god. I'll say this now. It probably didn't happen. If Konami unhit some other Necron stuff, I promise you 100% Necrons have not been power creeped. We could see Necrons as the meta. I would love to see Necrons as the meta. This is huge. Someone on Facebook said 2019 was the year of Necrons confirmed. Way before this ban list, obviously. They were like, yo, I got a feeling in my bones, Cap. 2019, the year of Necrons. Incantation, guys. They make the deck so much more powerful. I've been talking about the Ritual Revolution, guys. Konami is starting the Ritual Revolution. All right. What else do we have? If Unicorn and Brio both went to 2, like, I think that Necrons is like meta again. Something was Elo Shadow Construct. Holy fuck. This is like the one. This is like the freedom list. Oh my god. They've unbanned so many cards. Chaos Emperor Dragon, Cyberstein, Shurit, and Construct. I guess it makes sense because Shurit and Construct got banned on the same list and now they're both free. It's so sad because I think Shadows aren't doing anything, but thank goodness, dude. Everybody with Shadows is so happy about this. Shadow Construct and also Fairy Tale Snow got banned, so that even alleviates that shenanigan problem with Shadows. Nice, Konami. Good job for you. This card, honestly, needs to be at 3 though. If they want Shadows to have any power at all, like Construct needs to be at 3. I just feel like Shadows, other than Dragon, have kind of been power creep. Dragon and Beast, those are the two that like instantly do something, and they don't really, you know, they just like require minimal interaction with your opponent. Let's see. Something else got hit. Brilliant Fusion got hit. No. Rest in pepperonis to Gym Knights forever. Brilliant Fusion got hit. Damn you, Team Samurai. You're the one that did this. Oh my goodness. Brilliant Fusion got hit. Who is it? DZeef that has 3 ultimate Brilliant Fusions. Yo, DZeef, if you wanna slide one of those to Cap G, I will humbly accept one of your ultimate rare Brilliant Fusions. You guys know I'm a very big fan of Gym Knight, not the Gym Knight FTK. I'm a very big fan of the character on Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc V too, Masame. But you know, a lot of people were saying that this had to happen, and really, I started to become more and more accepting, and more I came around to the idea of Brilliant Fusion being hit. And I'll explain why, right? I sometimes talk about collateral damage in Yu-Gi-Oh! And how sometimes it's just a part of the game. And I don't think that I could fairly be like, Terratops needs to be hit. But then, you know, like Terratops should be hit because of these other decks and how many decks use Terratop, Speedroid Terratop, but then not say like Brilliant Fusion can't be hit. I get it, guys. Brilliant Fusion's been splashed in decks for forever, and it looks like it just finally caught up. I mean, maybe they could have hit Seraphonite, but you know, Thunder Dragons weren't even using, they were using like Prismara and shit, so I get it. Holy moly, I've been going for 15 minutes. Gold Sarcophagus and Magical Midfield Breaker? Where did that come from? Is that because of the RHONGO&GUMBLAR? I mean, dude, this is like the biggest ban list in history. Magical, I mean, Gold Sarcophagus, like, all right, we get it. We talked about that. I talked about that in my ban list video, not just for Thunder Dragons, but then also for things like Necroface and anything in the future. You can also banish Dot Scrapper and other stuff. Magical Midfield Breaker, where did that come from? That's out of left field. I apologize, this video is so long, guys, but this is such a fucking huge ban list. I mean, like, look how many cards that they've hit and unhit, and Magical Midfield Breaker got limited. I mean, don't get me wrong, I think it's a fucking absurd card. And I think that if you're playing a deck that really wants to pop off like turn 1, I think that you should like Spiral or Goki. I think you should be playing this card. Well, maybe not in Spiral because you got to play Resort, but I think that this card is absurd, but I didn't see it getting hit. Something else was semi-limited. Oh, Scapegoat got hit as well, and Slash Draw. Scapegoat and Slash Draw both got hit. I had actually low-key thought that Scapegoat should actually be hit because it still is 4 monsters in 1 card and doesn't cost any life points, can't special summon, but you do it during your opponent's turn during the imp phase and you get 4 tokens. Basically, Konami is going after token cards. Guys, Gofu's already banned. Steam the Cloak, I think, is eventually going to get hit the second we get Needle Fiber in the TCG. And I still am not going to rule out Mecha Phantom Beasto Lion. I'm still on that card. I feel like I'm the first one to the Mecha Phantom Beasto Lion party. But Konami is going after these fucking token producers hard. Slash Draw, why did they should have just banned this card? Like, why is this a thing? I guess you wait. Does this mean you can't resolve the burn effect? Because you have to hit another Slash Draw. Okay, never mind. No, it should stay limited. Okay, because now you can't even resolve the burn effect. So rest in peace, Jesse Cotton. The Slash Draw FTK is officially dead because I just realized that. I was like, you have to hit another Slash Draw off the first Slash Draw. So it's basically dead. And I can imagine, okay, so they didn't hit Divine Phoenix Blade in any capacity. There shouldn't be any traps. If anything, like Solemn Judgment should go to like 2 or something like that. And then for semi-limits, okay, nothing got semi-limited. You know what I'm realizing? They didn't hit Sky Striker or Altergeist. This is, oh my god, this is perfect. This is exactly what I wanted. This means Salamangreats will have perfect competition with all the other decks. Although maybe they could have hit like you know, Mobilize, Engage or something to 2 in Sky Striker. Let's see. The Necrons of Trionic is unlimited. Oh, I don't fucking believe this. They unlimited Necrons of Trionic? No, this can't be the no longer on the list. They unlimited fucking Necrons of Trionic. Oh my god, dude. We might legitimately see, hold on. I think Unicorn's still unlimited, right? Unicorn still limited. We might see Necrons be meta. And Sector Hornet finally, after years and years, maybe some wind-up cards too. Wind-up Magician. Infernity Barrier. Oh man, I feel like Konami still hates Infernity because they haven't given us Archfiend though. I guess Konami's like, look, we keep giving you guys Infernity Barriers for every archetype in the world. Doesn't make sense for Infernity to still have, you know, all these cards to, on the ban list. They got to give us Archfiend though. If they're serious about Infernity being playable, they got to give us Archfiend. Exiton Knight, not even on the list anymore. The Monarchs are up, but Monarchs still have Pantheism and Aether on the list. And then we also have Eradicator Virus, that one's irrelevant. Wind Up Magician, that one's kind of irrelevant. TG, Hyper Librarian, and Limiter Removal. I think the most impactful ones will probably be maybe Kaiju Slumber and then Necrons of Trionic for sure. This is like one of the biggest ban lists that we've had in a long time. I'm probably been going for, oh my god, 18 minutes. I'm sorry guys, I'm gonna wrap the video up. I'll talk further in another video and I'll do some deck discussions and stuff like that. But thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already and turn on that notification bell for daily videos.